Weak legs are not always about age, workouts, or tired muscles. Sometimes the real problem is much deeper, hidden quietly inside the body, a slow, silent process that steals strength day by day without pain, without warning, and without clear signs. Many people wake up one morning and notice their legs feel heavy, walking feels harder, stairs feel steeper, standing up takes effort, and they brush it off. But what if this weakness is not random at all? What if it is a signal, a warning, a message from your metabolism that something is going wrong? This video reveals a silent metabolic killer that weakens your legs from the inside, not overnight, not loudly, but slowly, patiently, and dangerously. Most people never connect leg weakness to metabolism. That is why this problem spreads unnoticed. Muscles depend on energy to work. When that energy system breaks down, the legs suffer first. They carry your weight, they work all day, and when fuel runs low, they feel it fast. This video explains why that happens, how it starts, and why so many people miss the signs until the damage feels real. Inside this video, you will learn what this silent metabolic killer actually is, how it disrupts energy delivery to your muscles, and why your legs are often the first place where the damage shows up. You will learn the hidden signals your body sends long before serious weakness appears, signals that most people ignore or misunderstand. You will also learn why common advice often fails and why exercise alone does not always fix weak legs when metabolism is involved. The goal is clarity, clear facts, simple explanations, no confusion, no hype. There is a reason this topic matters right now. Modern life slows metabolism without people realizing it. Sitting more, sleeping less, eating foods that drain energy instead of building it, stress that never switches off. All of this pushes the body into a low energy state. When metabolism slows, muscles receive less fuel. Blood sugar does not move properly into cells. Inflammation rises quietly. Over time, leg muscles lose strength even if body weight stays the same. This is why some people feel weak despite looking normal on the outside. This video also uncovers lesser-known facts that rarely get explained clearly: why leg weakness can appear even in people who walk daily, why stretching does not solve the problem, why supplements often disappoint, and why ignoring early fatigue in the legs can lead to bigger issues later. These details matter because they change how you approach your health. Once you understand the real cause, the solution becomes much clearer. By the end of this video, you will understand what is really happening inside your body when your legs feel weak, shaky, or heavy. You will know why this silent metabolic killer is so common, why it hides so well, and what steps actually help reverse the damage. Not extreme steps, not complicated routines. Simple actions that work with your biology instead of against it. Actions that support energy flow, muscle strength, and long-term mobility. This is not about fear. It is about awareness. Strong legs mean independence, balance, and confidence. Weak legs limit movement, reduce quality of life, and increase the risk of falls and injuries. That is why watching this video until the end matters. Each part builds on the last. Missing one piece can mean missing the full picture. Welcome to our channel, where we break down complex health topics into clear, simple truths. If you value honest explanations and practical knowledge, subscribe now and stay with us. More videos like this are coming, and your health is worth understanding fully. Most people blame weak legs on simple surface level reasons. They think it is just fatigue from a long day, or they assume it is old age, slowly catching up. Some believe it comes from not exercising enough, or from sitting too much. Others think it is temporary and will pass after a good night's sleep. These explanations sound reasonable, so they feel comforting. They make the problem seem normal and harmless. When legs feel heavy, shaky, or tired, people often tell themselves, this is just how the body works. Muscles get tired. Energy comes and goes. Strength fades with time. That belief keeps the concern quiet. It keeps questions from being asked. But this way of thinking misses something important. Legs do not lose strength without a reason. Muscles are living tissue. They respond to signals, fuel, and internal conditions. When legs feel weak again and again, especially without intense physical effort, it is rarely random. Fatigue alone does not explain why the weakness keeps returning. Age alone does not explain why some older people stay strong while younger people struggle to climb stairs. Lack of exercise does not explain why even light activity can feel exhausting for some. These surface explanations describe what people feel, but they do not explain why it happens. Inside the body, deeper processes control muscle strength. These processes run quietly in the background every second of the day. They decide how much energy reaches your muscles. They control how well your cells use fuel. They affect how quickly muscles recover and rebuild. When something goes wrong inside this system, the legs often show the first signs. Legs carry your weight. They support movement. They need constant energy. When supply drops, they suffer early. This is where the idea of a silent metabolic killer enters the picture. A metabolic killer is not a disease you feel right away. It does not cause sharp pain or sudden collapse. It works slowly. It interferes with how your body produces and delivers energy. Metabolism is the system that turns food into usable fuel. Every step you take depends on it. Every muscle contraction depends on it. When metabolism works well, muscles feel responsive and strong. When it slows down or becomes inefficient, muscles struggle even during normal movement. This problem has nothing to do with laziness. It has nothing to do with effort or motivation. Many people with weak legs try harder. They walk more. They stretch. They push through fatigue. But pushing does not fix a broken energy system. When metabolism is impaired, effort alone drains what little fuel is left. The result is more tiredness, more heaviness, and slower recovery. One of the most powerful and least understood parts of this metabolic issue is slow metabolism combined with insulin resistance. Slow metabolism means the body processes energy at a reduced pace. Calories are not converted into fuel efficiently. Heat production drops. Muscle cells receive less usable energy. Insulin resistance adds another layer to the problem. Insulin is the hormone that helps move sugar from the blood into cells. Sugar in the blood is potential energy. But when cells stop responding properly to insulin, that energy stays locked out. Muscles depend heavily on glucose for quick energy. When glucose cannot enter muscle cells efficiently, muscles are forced to operate in a low fuel state. This does not cause immediate collapse. Instead, it creates subtle weakness. Legs feel tired sooner than they should. Movements that were once easy begin to require more effort. Standing up, walking short distances, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries starts to feel heavier than before. This process often begins quietly. At first, there is no pain. There is no illness. There is no clear warning sign. You may simply feel a little more tired than usual. Then the tiredness lingers. Recovery after activity takes longer. Muscles feel flat instead of strong. Over time, weakness becomes noticeable. It is easy to blame aging or stress because the change feels gradual. That is why this metabolic killer is so effective. It hides behind normal explanations. As metabolism slows and insulin resistance grows, the body shifts into storage mode. More energy gets stored as fat instead of being used by muscles. This creates a confusing situation where body weight may increase or stay the same while muscle strength drops. Legs lose power while the body feels heavier. This mismatch makes movement feel harder. Each step requires more effort from muscles that already lack fuel. Inflammation often rises quietly during this process. Low-grade inflammation interferes with muscle repair and nerve signaling. Muscles do not contract as smoothly. Strength output becomes inconsistent. This can create a sensation of instability or weakness, especially in the legs. Again, there is no dramatic symptom, just a slow decline in performance. As the problem progresses, signs begin to cluster together. Constant fatigue becomes normal. Legs feel heavy even after short walks. Stairs feel challenging, not because of breathlessness, but because the legs simply do not respond with power. Belly fat begins to accumulate while muscles feel softer and weaker. Sugar cravings increase because cells are starving for quick energy. After exercise, soreness lasts longer and strength returns more slowly. These signs are often treated separately. Fatigue is blamed on sleep. Belly fat is blamed on diet. Weak legs are blamed on inactivity. Cravings are blamed on willpower. But when these signs appear together, they point to a shared root problem. Metabolic dysfunction does not announce itself clearly. It whispers through patterns of low energy, slow recovery, and declining strength. The danger lies in ignoring these patterns. When muscles do not receive enough fuel over long periods, they begin to shrink. This process reduces strength further and lowers metabolic rate even more. The cycle feeds itself. Less muscle means lower energy use. So lower energy use worsens insulin resistance. Insulin resistance further starves muscles. The legs continue to weaken. This is why some people feel as if their legs are aging faster than the rest of their body. The truth is not accelerated aging. It is energy deprivation at the cellular level. Muscles cannot function well without fuel. They cannot stay strong without proper metabolic support. This silent metabolic killer does not create dramatic symptoms early on. It creates inconvenience, slowness, heaviness, subtle weakness. That is why it is often dismissed. But beneath those mild symptoms is a system under stress, a system that needs attention before weakness becomes limitation. Understanding this changes how leg weakness is viewed. It is no longer just about exercise or rest. It becomes about restoring energy flow, improving insulin response, and supporting metabolic health. The legs are not the problem. They are the messenger. When metabolism slows down, the body changes how it works at a very basic level. Energy production drops quietly. Cells do not create the same amount of usable power as before. Food still enters the body, but less of it turns into strength. Instead of fueling movement, more energy gets lost in inefficient processes. Muscles depend on a steady supply of fuel to contract, relax, and recover. When that supply weakens, muscles begin to underperform. This does not happen suddenly. It happens step by step, slowly enough that most people do not notice the exact moment it begins. As metabolism slows, the body also becomes less effective at moving fuel into muscle cells. Sugar stays in the bloodstream longer instead of entering cells where it is needed. Muscles wait for energy that never fully arrives. They still work, but they work in a weakened state. This creates early fatigue. Tasks that once felt light start to feel heavy. Muscles tire faster because they are running on limited fuel. Over time, this constant low energy state wears them down. At the same time, the body shifts towards storing more fat. When fuel cannot be used properly, the body chooses to save it. fat storage increases, especially around the belly and hips. This stored energy is difficult to access when metabolism is slow. The result is a strange imbalance. The body carries extra energy, yet muscles feel starved. This imbalance adds strain to movement. Legs must carry more weight while receiving less fuel, making every step feel harder. Inflammation often rises during this process. It does not cause sharp pain or swelling at first. It stays low and steady. This type of inflammation interferes with muscle repair and nerve communication. Signals from the brain to the muscles become less efficient. Muscle fibers do not rebuild as strongly after use. Over time, this leads to a gradual loss of strength. The legs begin to feel weaker, not because they are damaged, but because they are under-supported. Muscle weakness develops slowly in this environment. Without enough energy and proper repair, muscle tissue breaks down faster than it builds. Strength declines little by little. Balance may feel less stable. Coordination may feel slightly off. These changes are easy to ignore at first. There is no major pain, no sudden injury, just a quiet decline that continues as long as metabolism remains sluggish. This silent process drains strength without warning. It does not announce itself with dramatic symptoms. It blends into daily life. People adjust without realizing it. They walk slower. They rest more. They avoid stairs when possible. These adjustments feel normal, but they are responses to an underlying problem. Everyday habits play a large role in triggering this metabolic slowdown. A sedentary lifestyle is one of the strongest contributors. Sitting for long hours signals the body that less energy is needed. Muscle activity drops. Energy demand falls. Metabolism adapts by slowing down. Over time, muscles lose sensitivity to fuel signals. Legs, which rely heavily on movement to stay strong, are affected early. High sugar and heavily processed foods add another layer of stress. These foods spike blood sugar quickly, but do not provide lasting energy. Repeated spikes train the body to handle sugar poorly. Insulin becomes less effective. Muscles receive less fuel despite plenty of sugar in the blood. This pattern drains energy and increases fat storage, further slowing metabolism. Low sleep disrupts metabolic balance even more. During sleep, the body repairs tissues and resets hormone signals. Poor sleep interferes with this process. Energy regulation becomes unstable. Hunger hormones increase. Stress hormones stay elevated. Muscles recover more slowly. Daytime fatigue increases. Legs feel heavy even after rest because recovery never fully completes. Constant stress keeps the body in survival mode. Stress hormones prioritize immediate energy needs and suppress long-term repair. Muscle building slows. Fat storage increases. Blood sugar regulation worsens. When stress becomes chronic, metabolism remains locked in a low efficiency state. Legs suffer because they rely on consistent energy and repair to stay strong. These triggers often occur together. Sitting too much leads to poor sleep. Poor sleep increases stress. Stress increases sugar cravings. Sugar worsens insulin response. The cycle feeds itself. Each factor pushes metabolism further off balance. Despite this, small changes can begin to reverse the process. Movement is one of the most powerful signals for metabolic health. Even short walks tell the body that energy is needed. Muscle contractions improve fuel uptake. Blood flow increases. Legs receive more oxygen and nutrients. Over time, regular movement helps restore muscle sensitivity to energy signals. Balancing meals also supports metabolism. Protein provides building blocks for muscle repair. Healthy fats support hormone balance and steady energy release. Together, they reduce blood sugar spikes and improve fuel delivery to muscles. When meals are balanced, muscles receive a more stable energy supply throughout the day. Reducing added sugar lowers stress on insulin systems. Blood sugar becomes easier to manage. Muscles gain better access to fuel. Energy levels stabilize. Cravings decrease. This shift reduces fat storage and supports muscle function. Improving sleep restores metabolic rhythm. Hormones regulate energy more effectively. Muscles repair during rest. Inflammation decreases. Strength gradually returns as recovery improves. Sleep is not passive. It is an active process that supports muscle health. Managing stress allows the body to exit survival mode. Energy can be used for repair instead of constant defense. Muscles rebuild more efficiently. Metabolism becomes more flexible. Legs feel lighter as energy availability improves. Weak legs are not imagined. They are not exaggerations. They are real signals from the body. Signals that energy systems are struggling. Listening to these signals allows change to begin. Ignoring them allows the silent process to continue. Taking control does not require extreme measures. It requires awareness and consistency. Small adjustments shift metabolic signals in the right direction. Over time, energy flow improves. Muscles regain strength. Movement feels easier. Strong legs reflect a body that is well-fueled and well-supported from the inside. Weak legs are not a life sentence. They are a message, a quiet signal that your body needs better fuel, better balance, and better support. When metabolism improves, strength returns, energy comes back, movement feels natural again. This is not about pushing harder or blaming yourself. It is about understanding what your body is asking for and responding the right way, step by step, day by day. If this video helped you see your health from a new angle, there is much more to learn. Our next videos break this topic down even further with simple daily actions that help rebuild energy, protect muscles, and support a healthy metabolism without confusion or extremes. Small changes done consistently can create powerful results over time. If you want strong legs, better energy, and clearer health guidance, stay with us. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next video. Like this video if it added value for you, and share it with someone who struggles with weak legs or low energy. One simple click can help someone else understand what their body is really trying to say.